OTF Bezu was an associate of Lil Durk that he grew up with along with their other main associate, King Von. If you didn't know, they were some of the realest and hardest hitting young artist entertainers on the south side of Chicago. Now recently, THF Bezu just got released from prison, and not even a day later, he already got slimed out. Let's break down what's going on, why this affects Lil Durk's case, and overall what we can learn from the situation at hand. For those that don't know what's going on, Lil Durk is facing a 2025 murder for hire plot. Allegedly, this all stemmed from years and years of infighting and beef going on with 4K Trey. If you don't know, that's Youngboy's group, and OTF, Only the Family, Lil Durk's group that comes from the south side of Chicago. Now both of these artists have been going crazy for the last 5 to 10 years, from world tours to sold out shows all around the states, but many don't know how deep and how heavy things have gotten. Now, many people know about the sad passing of OTF artist King Von. He was one of the toughest and hardest hitting out the south side of Chicago, but everything has an up and a down. And if you don't understand what's going on, you have to realize that in this new rap game, it's treacherous. There's no rules, and whatever happens, happens. So how did OTF, the head of it, Lil Durk, end up going from being one of the highest charting, platinum selling recording artists out here, who has some of the biggest features from Rod Wave, Drake, the list goes on, to now be literally behind bars without even having access to a cell phone, facing the literal penalty of getting done in, man. One thing to say about Lil Durk, if you don't know, that he's always been someone for the trenches. Many people remember when he was coming up and started giving people nicknames like The Voice. He even gave that man Lil Baby the nickname The Hero. And this all goes into what's going on because no one thought Lil Durk was going to be caught up. Around 2023 is when the height of the Slide for Vana movement was going active. If you don't remember this time, there were social media pages spamming, and I mean spamming, thousands of comments, thousands of reposts, story posts telling Lil Durk to go and slide and throw his lifestyle and livelihood away to go prove a point for King Von. Lil Durk has given King Von the highest amount of metrical numerical sales. He's also helped him out the trenches. He gave him numerous amount of lawyers when he was facing a double penalty case where his best friend and co-defendant snitched on him, but then also because he snitched on him, he snitched on himself. And because King Von held it down and stayed solid, he was basically acquitted of the entire charge. Meaning King Von basically got to jump right into the rap game with the funding, backing from OTF, and the street cred to go with it. Now what's going on overall with this case that we keep basically dancing around? Well, to give y'all the context, it gets steep. And by steep, I mean dangerous. At its core, prosecutors in the Central District of California allege that Durk orchestrated a cross-county hit squad. Yes, a hit squad, like multiple different people and, you know, some CSI Miami type stuff. Yeah, they acting like Lil Durk is a mob boss. Basically, they're saying that Durk orchestrated a cross-county hit squad to take out rival rapper Quando Rondo, all in retaliation for the 2020 shooting death of his close ally, King Von. The botched plot unfolded on August 2022 at a gas station near LA's Beverly City Mall, where 5 alleged OTF affiliates, Kayvon London, DeAndre Dontrell, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston supposedly flew in on credit cards linked to Durk and OTF's agents and their direct record label. Their target, Quando Rondo. But the bullets sadly struck Savia's Lil Pab Robinson, Rondo's little cousin. If you all don't know, this is the kid where the audio from Quando Rondo's "No" came from, where he literally was holding his little cousin's lifeless body in his hands as the interviewers were trying to press him for questions. Now, being from the south side of Chicago, I do feel for those other individuals affected by these issues because violence, gang violence, nonstop, whatever people want to call it, affects everybody. However, a lot of people feel a bit confused. Why do they feel confused? Well, when you have artists like Quando Rondo, Youngboy, even Lil Durk, and even King Von, who speak on and push out this negativity, rapping about the street life, the influence, what it affects you as, a lot of people wonder overall, where does this lead us? Many people feel as if Lil Durk might be cooked. You see, Lil Durk is facing 3 heavy counts: conspiracy to commit M for hire, using interstate facilities, flights, rentals, etc., in a plot resulting in a passing, and possessing and discharging firearms, including a machine weapon, in a violent crime that caused a fatality. If convicted, Lil Durk doesn't just face life. He has the possibility to get the Dunzo penalty, man. Something that is extremely serious, and I don't think many people in this situation have been affected by it. If you don't remember, they already tried taking Lil Durk down for many different issues, from small violence to petty theft to armed robbery to allegedly him and King Von doing somebody in, and now they're jumping straight into something like a murder for hire. Why is Lil Durk facing such a steep penalty? Prosecutors believe that not only was Lil Durk pushing this type of murder for hire in his music, his songs, and in social media, but they felt like he was making subliminals, basically dissing subs towards NBA Youngboy, 4K Trey, their entire organization, and what they're pushing as well. You see, when you do music and you're an artist and entertainer who has a back and forth life in the streets, every single thing that you do not only is looked at with scrutiny, but also it makes the investigators think that everything you do is intentional, meaning that if you went out of your way to even speak on an artist, an entertainer, or the opposition in a record, song, even a post, even a story, it can have crazy ramifications, not only legally, but for your life. To really grasp what's going on with Lil Durk, you have to understand OTF, not only as an organization, but as a family. Raised in Inglewood's chaos, Pops locked up when he was 7 months old, and food scarce. Durk dropped out of Paul Robinson High at 17, right after fathering his first kid. Well, honestly, he was really born into it. But for this story, we'll keep it simple and we'll come back to that on another date. He's repped the 300 set from the 300 block of his hood and Lamron, which is Normal Avenue backwards. Inking OTF, Only the Family, in 2010 is a label crew that dominates as an only Trey folks, a BD9. And the OTS roster, it started with small artists and big artists, such as King Von, Duty Low, Booga 600, and other people like OTF Nunu, etc. Now, the reason why prosecutors frame OTF as a violent machine is because Durk is a CEO, they put him as he's directing hits. Flights funded by the label cards, bounties on GDs for Von's death. Durk countered this with respect, even homage to GD's founder Larry Hoover, pushing growth and development. As we already know, man, what an artist says and what that rapper does are two completely different things. Many people feel like this was a void left by King Von, one of Lil Durk's closest associates and companions. Because of everything going on, it's clear to see that Lil Durk's movements have not been the same as they were 2 to 3 years prior. And honestly, even the fans can tell. Lil Durk, known as Durk Devontae Banks, faces huge accusations and the potential death penalty. Now let me know you all's thoughts in the comment section, because honestly, I, just like anyone else, am very confused. The federal for hire conspiracy ties back to a 2022 Los Angeles shooting that killed Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pav. Prosecutors allege he funded 5 OTF affiliates to fly cross country on the label credit cards, arming them for retaliation over King Von's passing. The charges, though a first potential death penalty, are now being tried to be lowered to be potential life without parole. It's truly not looking good for Lil Durk unless he fights for his innocence. So let us know in the comment section. What do you all think? Is Lil Durk one of the realest from the trenches, the true voice? Or did he do every single thing they said and more by the prosecution? Let us know in the comment section.